Douglas Cooling and Heating, serving the Birmingham area for 38 years. 988-3706. That's Douglas.
This is your Weather Xtreme video for Saturday, November the 5th. I'm meteorologist Brian Peters coming to you from Fort Morgan, where it's a bit chilly and the wind has stayed up, but still it's beautiful at the beach. Let's get right to our Skycam imagery this morning, and there's a look at Birmingham. We do have some fog and some low clouds thanks to the easterly flow and the wedge that's occurring right now. And there's a look at Jasper, and we can see that you can see some of those that low cloud deck that should burn off fairly quickly this morning. On the view of the surface map, we can see that the primary factor in our weather for today and for the next couple of days is going to be a large high pressure system located over the eastern Great Lakes and nosing down along the eastern side of the Appalachians, and that's creating a wedge which is going to actually keep temperatures down a little bit and help us to have morning clouds just about every day. In the upper atmosphere, of course, we're dealing with primarily ridge and upper ridge with a large trough off to the west. But believe it or not, that trough's going to be there for a few days as it's going to be slow to make progress eastward. Temperatures this morning still rather chilly across the northeastern U.S. and in the northwestern U.S., where, especially in western Canada, there are some single-digit values, so very cold up there. Not that chilly in central Alabama, where we're sitting primarily, well, it's kind of hard to come up with primary because we've got 47 at Birmingham, 39 at Tuscaloosa, 34 at Gadsden, 36 at Fort Payne, 37 down at Alex City. So it's kind of a good range of temperatures there, and you can see mostly calm wind, but we are getting an easterly flow over the northern part of Georgia, and that's going to help to create that wedge for us. So we're going to have clouds this morning and probably clouds again tonight and into Sunday morning. QPF-wise, that pretty well is telling the story. We're looking out through the end of the day or evening time on Wednesday. So that means that much of the rain is going to stay off to our west for the next several days, but certainly edging in here Wednesday and probably ending by Thursday. The Storm Prediction Center has no outlook for any organized severe thunderstorms for today. However, there is a possibility that we might see some strong to severe thunderstorms on day 4. Of course, that's a long way out to be this specific, but we certainly will be watching that. It looks like the main threat, though, will be either to the north or northwest of us and not in our area, but we'll be keeping our eye on that. No tropical storm activity. Remember, tropical season continues, or the hurricane season continues, until the end of November. The 06Z GFS model run, and here's a look at the surface map for today, and you can see the high pressure nosing in around the southern end of the Appalachians, and that is certainly going to create a wedge pattern for us, but temperatures climbing into the 60s for highs today. The high moves off the coast of New England for Sunday, but that still keeps us in that wedge pattern, so look for some morning clouds again Sunday morning, but should have a slight warm up. We stay dry on Monday. As you can see, the high still positioned off New England, extending back into the southeastern U.S. We begin to see some changes on Tuesday as that trough to our west begins to come out, but it's fighting a pretty strong ridge, so it means that the weather systems get closer on Tuesday, but certainly don't get here. Then on Wednesday, you can see that the trough is still well to our west, but the main energy has moved up into the western Great Lakes. And of course, what that means is that the front is going to edge closer, possibly crossing the Mississippi River. It looks like our best threat's going to come the best threat of rain is going to come later in the day and into the overnight hours of Thursday morning. The trough digs in a little bit and sharpens up on Thursday, and as it does, of course, that should move the front through there, but notice those blue lines, the 540 thickness line dropping all the way down to about Meridian and well south of Birmingham, not quite approaching Montgomery, but certainly bringing us another chilly time. By Friday, we're back getting under the ridge, but we're still under that northwesterly flow, so it'll be a slow warm-up for us. And then the ridge still with us on Saturday the 12th, which means, of course, that we should be in great shape for another beautiful set of weekend days. Extending the forecast out a bit, you can see that we have a pretty strong closed low over the western Great Lakes, so another storm system to deal with around the 15th of November. And then as we get into the approaching or the beginning of the week of Thanksgiving, the 21st, you see that we do have a long wave trough, so certainly the possibility of at least some colder weather coming our direction as we head into the latter part of November. Well, thanks for tuning in to the Weather Xtreme video. I expect to have the next one posted by about 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. In the meantime, I hope that your Saturday is a great one, and Godspeed.
Being Alabama's news leader means digging deeper to get you the facts, working harder so you have all sides of the story, and not being afraid to tell the truth. Every day you award us by making ABC 3340 Alabama's most watched news. And now the Associated Press has named us Alabama's most outstanding news operation. That's 9 times since 1996, more than all other stations combined. And that's 9 more reasons you should trust the news leader. ABC 3340.